Alright folks, what is up? This is One Big Bug and I'm coming back at you with Euro Truck Simulator 2. And last episode, sadly, we didn't level up. So we're not able to get our high value cargo unlocked. So we gotta do that on this one. So we're still in quick jobs. We're gonna be in quick jobs for a little while. Unfortunately, price per distance. This pays slightly more, but it's it's close to, it's a little more than a half hour longer. It pays out almost 10 cents more per mile. Hang on one sec. Sorry, there's something in my ear that was bothering me. So I'm thinking we take the tires over the furniture, and that means using the Mercedes. I don't care what else you want to call it. Majestic. It's Mercedes. Not a bad truck overall. The Majestic, it has a really nice sound to start with. Decent mirrors, and it does a lot with a little. It has a surprising amount of pull for a very small starting engine. I believe it has the smallest starting engine in the game. At 310 horsepower, but it has a very powerful torque to it, so it actually does really well in getting heavy loads moving. And I forgot to swap up my buttons. I'm going to forget for a while, but I'll remember eventually. So, one of the reasons I had... good green light. Helps if I'm in the right gear, doesn't it? One of the reasons I was kind of backing off recording a lot is also because of EVE Online. EVE Online, as I've mentioned several times already, is a huge time investment. Unlike any other MMO out there by far, and one of the older MMOs. It ranks in there where it's a year older, I think, than Warcraft. I believe Warcraft is 10 or 9, something like that. But it's 11 years old, I believe, and it's constantly evolving. I know that I'm kind of repeating a lot of what some people have already heard, but just bear with me a minute as I explain for maybe people who joined or never heard before. It's completely open-ended. There's very few rules in the game. It's completely player-driven, from the various content and fights that you can get into, to the economy in the game is all player-driven. You know what things are worth in the game is... Sorry, I cut you off, bro. Damn. But I didn't incur any damage. I thought he would back off, but apparently not. Oh yeah, this is supposed to be the smarter AI traffic too, isn't it? This is supposed to be the upgraded... I haven't played since the upgraded traffic. You know, I quit just before that. So... But it's a unique game in that you invest so much into it. It's not like Warcraft where you can grind up to the maximum level in no time, and that they're giving you free levels and you can pay for free levels. And, you know, I used to love Warcraft, and there's still a lot of good about it, but Blizzard has put a whole new definition on trying to squeeze every last ounce of profit out of a game. You know, like the original EverQuest has gone free to play, and I don't know about what they sold in game and all that and whatnot, but Blizzard is just, I don't know. They ruined Warcraft as far as I'm concerned. They simplified it too much. You know, you don't pick and choose skill points anymore. First they went, you know, you had your original big skill tree and you had to level up being able to use weapons and all kinds of different things and this and that. And nowadays, and then they went with like a smaller skill tree, easier to understand, and at least you could still pick and choose your paths. And now basically every so many levels you pick a skill. You know, this is what a lot of MMOs are doing. They're trying to simplify access to the game, which I can understand to some respect in that the term you want to reach the widest base of players that you can. Or do you? Take a look at Eve. Eve is a brutal game to learn. There's no easy, quick, clear-cut path or optimal build for anything. There's not. You can... It's going to take you a long time to be effective in the game by yourself. I've been in the game 6 months. I still can't get a solo kill very well at all. That didn't make sense, but I think you... Oh boy. That was a little worrisome, and then of course I almost missed my exit. I got into talking a little too much. I forgot to pay attention to driving. Fortunately, I don't do that in real life. Hey, you gonna let me go? Thank you. I'd honk, but I forget where I put the horn. Oh no. Well, I thought we were going to end up in Traffic Jam City, but it's trying to work itself out. No, before we get stuck. Nope. We're stuck. So there's only one way to deal with this. For all the improved traffic AI, this is still a problem. Whatever. No more choice, because none of the cars would have moved. None of the cars would have moved. I could have sat there all day and it would have been like that. I really want to get pro mods working. I love the extra map. You know, and when it comes to truck sim, there really is two choices: pro mod and truck sim map. And I've done truck sims. Now we'll try the other one. But getting back to Eve, as I was saying, Eve is a brutal game. It's very difficult to learn. It's very hard to understand. There's no quick path. There's no quick route. You can't buy max level character. and you're not very likely to train all of the skills in the game. I mean, one person I think has done it, and he's played the game for 12 years. It took 12 years to learn every skill in the game to maximum level. Okay? And yet, it has a fanatical fan base. A fanatical fan base. And the only reason Eve has ever been in trouble in terms of subscribers was the company who's behind Eve, known as CCP. It was their own doing. It was something they did, and it was in a documentary. You can go and look it up, called Tale of Internet Spaceships. CCP basically was charging insane amounts of money for in-game clothing, like $70 for a monocle. And to give you an idea of how fanatical the game, the players are, a lot of players who like a game would just quit. Would either quit or they just laugh it off and they keep playing. In most cases, you just laugh it off and keep playing. You don't like it, you don't want to buy it, you just keep playing and you just ignore it. Not in Eve. In Eve, the people rioted. Now, what do you mean by rioted? Simple. More and more people, by the thousands, went to this one area and continuously shot this monument. Now, the monument is indestructible, and it was a monument to something that happened way back in the game. Way back in the game's history. And they just continued to shoot it and do nothing else. They continued to put a load onto that sector and onto the server, and they just kept at it for days, and I think it was a total of a week they kept doing that to get their point across to CCP that, we're not going to stand for this. Because people were speaking out, trying to tell CCP, and CCP was like, there was a memo leaked out to the public that said, well, we're not going to listen to their words, we're going to watch their actions, which I got to give CCP credit on this. That's kind of how a lot of companies work. A lot of people protest and they yell and they scream and they holler, and they don't like what's going on, but eventually it settles down, everyone quiets down and goes back to playing the game. Or they go back to using the site, like YouTube. YouTube has made so many changes people hate. But people just come to accept them. So it's like, well, what else are you going to do? Same for Warcraft. People still playing Warcraft, even though they hate a lot of the changes that were made. So that's kind of the approach CCP was taking, but they underestimated just how fanatical the fan base is. And people refused to play the game. They made it impossible to do trade because they were rioting in the main trade hub, Jeddah. And people were canceling their accounts, canceling their subscriptions, refusing to play. And it actually cost CCP quite a bit. They actually, during that time, had to lay off, I think, 20% of their workforce, which was really hard for the company, but in the end, it was the company's own fault for not listening to its player base. But back to the original topic, because I like to drift off topic a lot. Eve is just a really difficult game to learn. Even though they've streamlined the tutorial, they've tried to make it easier to access the game, to learn it. But it's still a very difficult and brutal game to learn and understand and to play. So I think Eve goes to show you can have a difficult game. You can have a difficult curve. You can have a lot of different directions and modifications and things you can do. You can do all kinds of things, and people will still I don't know what the speed limit is, so let's hope it's less than whatever I went to. You know, and people will play. You may not get the wider subscription base, but you'll definitely get the hardcore fanatical who, as long as you treat well, will stay with you. And Eve is a testament. Eve is a testament to that. And it's truly amazing. You know, Eve is, it's a phenomenon in the MMO world that MMOs need to look at. You know, I think the only thing that could maybe harm Eve is if Star Citizen delivers on half of its promises. I mean, basically, let's take Eve and make it a first-person point of view where you actually fly your ship. And that would be fucking awesome. You know, you're not giving your ship commands, you're actually flying your ship. That would be great. But I don't know if I'd actually want to drift away from Eve on that. Actually, I'm like up way too fast right now. Every time I brake, man, it like sends my truck out of control. I'm driving in the rain, just driving in the rain. This is a bit of a longer trip because we did unlock our first point of long distance travel. So let's take a little bit longer, but we're almost there. We're under 50 kilometers out. 44 game minutes remaining in dropping. So, yeah, we should be there. I forgot to shut that off. Boy. I hate this. I really do. And not too bad of a trip, except for that traffic fiasco that cost me $800. Oh, I'm running out of fuel. I didn't even see that. But I should have enough to make it. Because it's like right here. It's a little hard for me to see because the sun's shining through my window right now. Yeah, for anyone who may join new, I'm not an optimal driver. I will use other lanes to help me take corners faster rather than slowing down. I hope I don't run out of gas. I didn't even see how much fuel I had. I could have filled up the... Red light, red light, red light! Oh, we're not going to make it. I was looking at my gas gauge talking and I saw the red light in the distance. That's alright. We didn't get busted for it, so it's alright. As long as we didn't get busted for it, we're cool. It'd be funny if I go to back this in and it stalls on the back end. That would be hilarious. I discovered a truck dealer. I didn't look at what one it was, but I discovered a truck dealer. Come on, light. Come on, light. There we go. I need to be in the other lane. Hey, hey, hey. Damn it. I'm not paying attention. Well, stupid is as stupid does. Hi, how are you? Yeah, I'm going down the wrong lane. Because I'm a dumbass. This won't happen again, hopefully, and I apologize for it. I like to be a little bit more professional when it comes to doing this, and the fact that I just did that actually kind of upsets me. But I actually have like the gas issues on my mind right now, so I don't think we're gonna get this on the first try. We might. No, I think I oversteered it. Yeah, I oversteered it. Yeah, I wanted to tap it into the dock, get as much pull forward room as I could to try and straighten this out. I shouldn't run out of fuel, but still. Turn the truck the right way, maybe. I think we got it now. Yeah, not pretty. Not pretty at the end at all, but we did it. And we make our level 3, halfway to level 4, so we unlock our high value. Sawdust panels, huh? In an Iveco. 3 hours, 18 minutes. Oh, that's offer expires. 345 kilometers, 349. That actually goes on a ferry. 365, 356. I'm just seeing what there is. I'm not sure I'm feeling up to another run right now, just to be honest with you guys. My hand is sore from all this trigger holding all day. So, yeah, I think I'm going to call it here. I'm sorry for the short episode, but next week we will definitely be picking it up. Like I said, I'm going to set up my super save, and I will start looking into mods, skins, whatnot, bringing back a showcase of some sort for the end of the week. But that's going to be me done for this episode, folks. I hope you've enjoyed watching this as much as I've enjoyed bringing it to you. This is going to be One Big Bugga signing out. I'll see you next time.